In our next section, we're going to talk all about managing your contacts. So in the top menu, I am clicking into Contacts and clicking onto the main Contacts overview screen. You will see here that you are able to look at different lists that you may have. So you can see your contacts, all contacts, donors, prospects, lapsed, archived contacts, possible duplicates, or any contacts who have unsubscribed. These are great views if you want to narrow down what you're seeing on your screen. I am going to pop into our possible duplicates view. This is a great view for you to be able to keep your database nice and clean. You'll be able to see any possible duplicates that the system finds. This job does run every single night, so you'll have up-to-date duplicates populated when you log into DonorDock. Here, you're able to either merge or dismiss the duplicates. If you want to keep them separate, go ahead and dismiss it. If you do want to merge, you can click merge and merge your contacts together. All right, let's navigate back up to our view, and I'm going to start with all contacts. Today, I'm going to use the search bar and look for one of my contacts that I had a meeting with today, and that's going to be Terry Thompson. I'm going to select the name and hit search. I can see that I don't have an exact match, and my search scores aren't very high, so I'm actually going to now add my contact to the database. I am able to select the contact type of individual, household, or organization. I can then fill in the relevant information that I have, including first name, last name, and email address. You'll also notice we have toggles if it's a bad email, secondary email address, mobile phone, main phone, and ownership. Remember, each contact does have an owner. It defaults to the default relationship manager, but you can choose anybody in your organization as the owner of a contact record. We also have other contact and communication info, such as date of birth, title, middle name, former name, suffix, and nickname. Lots of places to house information. You can also toggle on if somebody is deceased. We then have communication preferences. Salutation is a field that you can fill in. I do actually have the system creating my default salutation, which is Dear First Name. So I'll have Dear Terry populated after I save it, even if I don't fill it in. But if somebody likes to be addressed or greeted a very specific way, you can personalize their record right here. We do also have a toggle for Do Not Solicit. Deceased and Do Not Solicit are automatically not included in our contact reports. You can also put in business phone, fax, and all of the social media handles, as well as a website for your contacts. As we can continue to scroll down, we'll get into the family section. You can have individuals tied to a household organization with a household role, or you can have primary contact with spouse information attached as well. You can also toggle on if the spouse has a bad email address. The system will also do this automatically if we try to send an email and it comes back as a bad email address. You can also track spouse date of birth, spouse deceased, or spouse separated. You can also populate the number of children in the family section. Here in addresses, you can populate an addressee field. Again, I do have this turned on in my organizational settings to default to the first and last name, organization name, or household name. But if somebody likes to be addressed a very specific way, you can personalize that as well. You can put in information for your primary contact address, primary address 1. If you get returned mail, go ahead and toggle on that bad address. It's a great filter if you're sending out mailers. You can also put in secondary address information as well. You can also tie your contacts to an organization with an employee and employer relationship. You'll notice here that I do know that Terry works at Lakefront Homes. So I can start to type in that organization. If it doesn't exist, I can actually create it right here in the settings. And Terry's job at Lakefront Homes is Communications Director. You'll see a section called Other. Here is where you can put in other information about your contact. I also have the system creating by default in my settings an account number, which is a unique ID number. I can put in any affiliation, description, and comments, or if I have a special circumstance, which might be a very important note, I can put that at the top of my note section. Then you're able to fill in custom fields. These are data fields that your organization creates. We've just gone through all of our system fields, but you do have additional custom fields for contacts, gifts, activities, and forms that you can fill out right here. So all of the important information can be stored on your contact record. All right, we have created and saved Terry's record. So now we have Terry Thompson, who is an individual type of contact, and they are at the prospect stage. During my meeting with Terry did tell me that they're interested in potentially volunteering. This is a great place to create a badge or a segmented list here on Terry's record. So I'm going to click the pencil icon and add my potential volunteer badge right to Terry's record. These are segments that my organization has created that are great list creators and can be used for segmentation in our reporting feature. You can easily delete a badge or add a badge to a contact. As we scroll down the screen on the contact record, we'll see all of the information that I inputted and the information that was automatically created, such as my addressee and salutation fields. If I want to show more and display all of the fields, I'm able to expand this and see all of the information. We did add in our employer for Terry, so let's go ahead and check out Lakefront Homes record as well. You'll notice here that when I click onto it, I now see that Lakefront Homes is an organization type of record. They actually have a bad mobile number. We tried to text them and we got that information back, which is very useful for us. And Lakefront Homes is also at our donor stage. So Lakefront Homes donates to our organization. You'll see separate badges for Lakefront Homes, such as corporation, corporate sponsor, volunteer, and the system has also put in purple a new badge for our giving level for visionary status. We'll talk about why some badges are in purple and some are in gray. As we continue to scroll down on Lakefront Homes record, because it's an organization, we're also listing all of the organizational members that are listed as well too. So these are all of the employees that are listed under Lakefront Homes. They do also have their own records as well. And we can even toggle back to Terry's record right here as they're linked together. As we continue to scroll down on the contact record, we see our description comment box, and then we get to our notes section. Our special circumstance that we put in is our very important note. It will actually stay on top even if we add in additional notes. I want to put in that Terry enjoys coffee. I found out that note in my meeting today, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that note. When I do, you'll see that it's a date and timestamp by the person who left it. I can edit my note or delete my note as well. You'll also notice our marketing list. This is another segmentation that we can create for all of our outreach, whether we're sending emails, text messages, or having people fill out forms. We can have our segmented lists that we want to send our targeted message to. And that's where we have our marketing list. In this list, I know that I want to add Terry to my volunteer opportunities marketing list so that Terry can stay up to date with every volunteer opportunity that we have coming up. I can also store documents on contact records as well. You'll also notice that the form responses will be highlighted here as well. In our outreach, you can have contact forms, and you can see all of those responses right here on the contact record. Now that we've gone through all the contact fields for Terry, I want to show you how to add additional things to Terry's record. I mentioned that I had a meeting with Terry. That would be an activity. So I'm going to navigate up to my add button, the blue add button, and add an activity. I want to track all of my interactions with Terry. If we send an email through the system, it will be automatically tracked. Any text messages automatically sent to the system will be tracked as well. You can also log an email, log a text message, track a phone call, or print a letter or track a letter that you sent. We have our meeting, which we'll click into next. We also have event attendance, volunteer hours, and that personalized ask that we've made of our contacts. You'll notice that a task is more undefined. If your activity doesn't fit within one of our other activity types, go ahead and choose task and you can define it even further. I'm going to go ahead and track this meeting as an activity on Terry's record. Here we have our subject, our contact, who it's assigned to. This can be yourself or somebody else in your organization. You can also have this added to the user's action board, whether it's complete or incomplete. You can set the meeting date, the due date of an activity, the priority, and the status. If you haven't completed the activity, you can leave it at incomplete. But since I've already had this meeting with Terry, I'm going to mark it as complete. I can pick the date I completed the activity and also the completion notes. I went ahead and added a note that I have added info to Terry's contact record, so it's now up to date. If I wanted to leave any meeting notes, I can do that. And I can also track this activity to a campaign or an appeal. You'll also notice custom fields. We've seen custom fields on the contact record, but we can also track custom fields to an activity as well. With everything filled in that I need, I'm going to go ahead and create and save this activity. You'll notice on Terry's timeline now that we have an upcoming activity for an email, but we do also have our completed ones, like our coffee meeting. If I want to see those notes and completion things, I can actually click in right on the contact, right on the activity timeline, and see all of those things that we completed. We can put any additional notes about the activity and upload any documents related to this activity as well. I can also toggle right back to Terry's record and see the contact record. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these things that we see upcoming, and they're in purple. This is because I have an automation that is being tracked. You'll also see some additional badges on Terry's record that are highlighted in purple. That's because Otto, our AI fundraising assistant, is helping me through our automations. Let's go ahead and click into some of these automations to see what's happening. You'll notice that I have an automation happening for my household and employer segmentation. Because I listed an employer on Terry's record, the system is automatically badging him as an individual with employer. So it's really great that I can have segmentation happening automatically all through my system. You'll also notice that I have some things happening because I badged Terry as a potential volunteer. The system is helping me keep track of ongoing opportunities. So anytime I add the potential volunteer badge to a contact, you'll notice that it's adding Terry to my volunteer opportunities marketing list. And then it's going to actually send out an email to Terry after one day. And we saw that upcoming activity in Terry's timeline. We also have other tasks being sent to my action board and badges being added. These can be scheduled out with the cadence that you prefer, and you can even have additional filters on. We'll talk more about automations, but I love seeing how the contact records are having those automations right there, visible, and we even put them in purple so we know what the system's doing compared to what we are doing manually as well too. All right, back to Terry's record. Let's go ahead and also add a gift to Terry's record as well. When we get into gift tracking, you'll notice that you can track transactions as donations, memberships, event tickets, and grants. You're also able to track giver details, such as the giver being known, treat as anonymous, or a truly anonymous gift. We have Terry as our contact, and then we can add in additional gift details. Our gift has been received, and I want to populate this to today's date. If I know our deposit date, I can fill that in as well, but only one gift amount and the gift date is required. You'll notice that we have different amounts, such as received amounts, fee amounts, non-deductible amounts, and soft credit amounts. These can all be very helpful, but in my case of tracking a gift to a contact record, I'm going to add in my $100 received amount. I'm going to choose the payment type of check. You can have custom payment types, or you can choose other of our system payment types to use as well. I'm going to mark my check, and if I wanted to put in check date, check number, tracking code, payment notes, or I can mark my gift as honor or memorial. This is great for additional honoree and dedication information as well. I'm also able to tie this gift to a campaign, appeal, fund, and giving page. Maybe Terry said that they want their gift to go to our camp scholarships. They noticed that we were raising money for that, and they really want to support our scholarships. I'm going to track that to my scholarship fund for easy accounting, and I can also track it to a giving page if I want to. In fact, I do have a scholarship page, and I want this to be tracked right on the campaign as well. You'll also notice our custom fields popping up again. We also have gift custom fields. So if they apply to your transaction, you can add in your related gift custom fields. All right, I have my required information, so I'm going to go ahead, create and save Terry's gift record. We'll notice that the system has automatically tagged this as a first gift. We also tag it as Terry's largest gift as well. So the system is helping keep additional segmentation right on top for you as well. You'll see your gift amount, the contact, and all of the other data points that can be added onto your gift record. You can leave notes and upload documents as well. All of the information all in one place. You'll notice that a receipt has been sent. I have an automatic receipt being sent out for this gift, but if I needed to manually email, print, or mark a receipt sent, I can do that as well. I can also print the gift record itself or delete or edit my gift at any time. Let's go ahead and go back to Terry's gift. Remember, the contact record is linked to the gift. You'll now see that Terry has been moved to our donor stage because Terry gave that first gift. Now, as we continue to look down on the contact record, we'll see the donor engagement with activities and gifts being tracked. We'll also see information here for revenue and notable gifts. Again, our lifetime amount and number, average size, first, last, and largest. They're all the same right now with Terry's first gift, but this will change if Terry comes back and gives again. You'll also see the individual gift record, and if Terry had any open pledges or promised gifts, we can track that. We also get year-over-year and lifetime information for not only donations, but our other transaction types as well, such as memberships, volunteer hours, soft credits, and event tickets. We can also see any outstanding pledges right here. Lots of information all at once at your fingertips. We'll also notice on the very far right-hand side that Terry's timeline has been updated. We're really seeing the full activity of our meeting, our gift, and the receipt being sent out that have all happened already right with our tracking. We're also able to see upcoming things that I have scheduled out with automations right from our badge being created. So many things are happening right from the contact record. There are many ways to get contact information into DonorDock. One way is to add a contact to the main contact screen here. You can also use the quick add menu at the top where you can quickly add activities, gifts, enter gift batches, add a pledge, or add that contact information. You can also have your contact information come in through an online form. This includes our contact forms and our online giving forms. Let's go ahead and look at an online contact form. Under the Outreach menu, when you click into Forms, you will see your contact sign-up forms. You can edit a form that's already there or create a new sign-up form. These are great for capturing information and also allowing your contacts not only to update or add their information into DonorDock through a form, but they can also opt in to your marketing lists or fill out custom fields. Contact information can also come from your online giving forms. You will see in online giving, and when you click into your giving pages, after you set up all of the information, that people can enter in their contact information. If they're in DonorDock, the gift will be added to their record. If they're not, their contact information can be added and created in DonorDock with a new contact. It's also helpful to note that in the tracking section of your online giving page, you can also add a badge to a contact. You can also add that contact to a marketing list for follow-up and further communication.